You can make whatever you want appear, but you have to pull it out of your ass. What do? Like us to read you more awesome Reddit topics? Just like and subscribe to our channel. Get a potion that makes me have powers like Elastigirl. Then pull a yacht out of your ass. Now imagine having people pay you to pull certain things out of your ass. You could be like a genie and intentionally mishear people. Here you are, sir. One yak. I said yacht. Well, I'm not putting it back. If you don't want it, put it with that pile of $1,000,000. I hope to hell and heaven this becomes a recurring meme. 1 inch solid gold spheres in any quantity I would like to shit out. Then maybe eggs of the same size filled with perfectly cut gems of various varieties and carat weights. Then maybe raw helium to help with the dwindling supplies around the world, and to make a profit on. You'd probably want oblong ellipsoids, or even blunt tapered cylinders. I love it when you talk dirty. My god, imagine the sensation of ellipsoids perfectly enveloping out of your butt with zero strain. I see you've never shoved a roll of tawnies in your poop chute. It's called a beaver lodge. Yes, officer. This comment right here. Today I learned sticking Canadian currency up your bum is illegal. IAMA be a human toilet paper dispenser. When I poop, paper will follow to clean up, and I'll have plenty to share with everyone. I'm so glad this was one of my bigger comments. I just go with clean, potable water. That way I don't even have to wipe, and never have to worry about dehydration. You could save the world with your ass water. Always knew this ass would save a life one day. That is America's ass. But water, but water, but water, but water. Pulling $1,000 out of my ass in public would be golden. Tap sign at register. No bra, sock money accepted. Well, technically I guess, but I still don't think the cashier will take it. Goes in the bathroom. Comes out a few bucks richer. Just like your mom. Does this also work in reverse? Can I stuff an unlimited no of things into my ass? I mean, technically you can now, you just have to pull them back out afterwards. What if I just want to leave something in there forever? Asking for a friend. Are you asking because you're trying to trap a friend in your ass for eternity, or because your friend wants to leave something in their ass for eternity? If you really think I can't pull an entire yacht out of my ass, you're sadly mistaken. A yacht? Too easy. Try the Bismarck. Ambitious. But you're still not there yet. Try the Yamato. Try the Death Star. Amateurs. Try Star Killer Base, which is totally not a bigger Death Star. A Dyson Sphere. Checkmate. The amount of toilet paper some people have. Checkmate. Pull out another ass with the same ability and eventually drown the world in asses that can have asses pulled out of them. Extraterrestrials highly confused to encounter a Dyson Sphere constructed entirely of asses, with great ass bridges linking to neighboring solar systems, themselves slowly but surely being encased in ass. Sir, we're approaching some kind of structure. It appears to be a big ass sphere. I'd love nothing more than to have a team of scientists, dressed in full PPE, slowly pull out a never-ending chain of colorful handkerchiefs from my ass while I'm on my knees in full clown regalia, with my face adorned with the honkiest red nose ever conceived. 4 hours, days, months, years, decades, this team of stunt scientists would pull more and more and more handkerchiefs, each covered in just a bit of uncomfortable mucus or slime of which the test results cannot confirm or deny whether it is human in origin. Like a cuckoo clock, every half hour, I would jayuk giggle and laugh while honking my clown nose at an inhuman rate. What sanity hath he left? Scientists, after pulling my handkerchiefs for so long, as the generations pass, I would be kept, preserved as some grotesque abomination, a thing that must be hidden, but never destroyed. Yet still, brave men and women who dare to read the redacted files and notes of your scrawled, in desperation, by those driven mad. Yes, these foolhardy scientists will take to my chambers and pull those handkerchiefs once more. They will find no end to it. They will find no happiness, no satisfaction. They will find only the dull horror of the infinite. How long before your ass gives out? Science would churn out spool after spool of you magic ass cotton, then sell it to clothing manufacturer to cloths the world. We would no longer need coal to burn for power, as cloth would be infinite. Bedding, upholstery, stuffing, fabrics, insulation, car seats, all things fabric would be spun from you. Your only reprieve would be the time it takes to change the spool for uptake. You would be 90% frozen to preserve you for longevity. You would be burdened by fabric necessity for backpacks, sleeping bags, tents, flags, pouches, ponchos, and curtains. It would be unyielding. They would lube you with industrial oils or a constant stream of water. The miles per hour of the machine pulling cloth from your ass would be nerve-wracking. They may even tie you off then laugh you into space at some point. As we could only store so much fabric, you would be tethered to the planet plopping away like a missler in space, followed by a never-ending trail of handkerchiefs streaming from your ass. Aliens would look at us appalled at the progression of our species, wrongly associating your evolution from that of a species of spider. We would be blacklisted by the intergalactic governments and be forced into seclusion. So now I'm curious, if he's launched into space with the handkerchiefs attached to a fixed point on Earth, would he then orbit the world, covering it with ass cloth with each orbit? How many orbits would it take to completely cover the surface area? Would the tension from his ass swing him back into the atmosphere? How little friction at point of asshole contact would be needed for perpetual handkerchief using nothing but the Earth's gravitational pull? Should we account for the coldness of space potentially freezing the cloth, increasing the friction? And if he keeps orbiting the Earth, slowly covering it, wouldn't that essentially build a new layer of crust, increasing its mass? Over time, the very lifeblood of our new world will be the cause of our evolution as gravity slowly increases over the millennia. A truly nightmarish construction is a tower where the weight of the dangling kerchiefs is enough to continue pulling more out. There he sits, strapped into a chair while an endless rainbow waterfall cascades around the base. Oh no, I'm not falling for this one again. Not after I listened to the guy that told me you can hard-boil an egg by sticking it up your ass. Well, can you? Yes, good luck. Buzz Lightyear action figurine with expandable wings. Gold. Shit. I would literally be shitting gold. Okay, calm down there, Tywin Lannister. Little gold nuggets or, like, logs of gold? Or would it be molten gold coming out like diarrhea? Yes. My third grade teacher, Mrs. Lavender. Why though? She came out of his ass so now he can come in hers. Certified check for $30 million. I was thinking tons of cash, but this is much better. So you don't like my idea for bulk orders? It's already how I get my cocaine. I mean, technically you can already do this if you want poop. A string that grants omnipotence. Big brain wishing here. The string never ends. Well, that won't be a problem when I transcend the need of an asshole. When you ask send. How about a USB stick? I'd say the data traveler 2 gigabytes, but it has very sharp edges, so I think I'm going to choose the Corsair 512 gigabytes. It has soft corners. Anyway, I would want a USB stick loaded up with files describing in detail how to build a reliable interstellar ship, fusion drive, environmental recycling systems to keep it perfectly balanced while rotating for artificial gravity, magnetically confined plasma shielding, the works. Hell, maybe throw in medical files on human hibernation. Alternatively, I could get that same USB stick, only with a really comprehensive program on it that would spread throughout the internet and bleed small amounts of money from various systems and direct them to me in a way that would never arouse suspicion. Granted, you got all the plans to build this stuff, but the resources don't exist. Well, why not use the magic ass again? He can fart the parts, shit the bits, excrete the tech sheet. A vaccine for frequent coronavirus. Granted, you now have to pull a medical syringe out your anus, or it comes out in a tube, a nice thin plastic tube. Where's the fun in that? True. Maybe there's no vessel and the sick just have to lie down mouth open while you give them an enema-powered blast. USB drive with billions in cold crypto. Unfortunately, selling it would crash the market faster than you can liquidate. My uncle was preparing me for this situation. Haul up. Corona vaccine. Line up, everyone. Slim Jims, the spicy ones. Well, once I've pulled out a vaccine and a cure for COVID-19, one for those who haven't caught it yet, one for those who have, a cure for all cancer, and a few selfish things. I'ma do the world a solid and say carbon nanotubes. Don't forget cure for aging. Also a few more things. USB stick containing plans for a perfect non-invasive human-machine brain interface. USB stick containing a detailed manifest of all genes and their functions, list of associated diseases, and genetic interactions. A tiny computer with a benevolent AI capable of taking over the world economy and running it better than humans so that it can create a perfect hybrid capitalist socialist utopia with adaptively balanced incentives. Easy answer. Cure for COVID. Just picture me running down the streets of the world, spraying people with the cure out my ass. Torrents of viscous, pleasantly scented cerulean-tinted healing liquid pour out of my rear end, as millions, and then billions, flock towards me like devout believers towards a weeping Jesus. Hands and cups held high. But don't worry people, there's plenty for everyone. First, a Pope Mobile-like vehicle is set up, where I sit in a glass container comfortably bent over a soft hobby horse, waving to the crowds as a geyser of this curative elixir rains from my ass down upon the people of the world like so much manna from heaven. Finally, a Sikorsky helicopter is modified to act as a holding tank, and the crew and I fly over the greatest cities in the world, dumping millions of gallons of the liquid throughout the world, as if putting out a raging forest fire. I accept no payment for this service, but nevertheless donations pour in from world leaders and celebrities alike. I am gifted a modest island by the Sultan of Brunei, and live out my days with my family in humble and quiet contemplation, never wanting for anything, but never taking more than needed. When the time finally comes for me to die, I fall into eternal sleep with a smile on my lips. Years later, fountains are erected in my honor through every nation on earth.